better so we can see? Thank you. Oh, hold on. Help us identify. What?
I don't know.
What is that?
I don't know.
Okay. Hey, everybody! Welcome to the stream!
How's everyone doing?
Do it!
So I hear there's a new ThunderCats cartoon.
The stream was all in a... So by the way, like, I was on the phone. I wasn't super paying attention to what Rich was doing. And so all of a sudden, Rich starts Googling new ThunderCats. And I was like, oh, there's a new ThunderCats.
Chat was talking about it.
Okay. Well, I'm saying from my perspective, Rich is looking into the new ThunderCats. It's like, oh, there's new ThunderCats. Let's find some information on it.
I'm glad I'm not a ThunderCats fan.
And you know, like, to me, I've never been a ThunderCats. Like, I don't care about the ThunderCats, and so I see that, and I was like, oh, that looks like a show my kids will love. That looks like a show that like seems fun and for the kids. and then Rich starts laughing and says, "Oh man, everyone hates it." And I was like, "Oh, the old men hate it." It's fine. It's gonna be a fine show.
Do you remember when Toon Link was first revealed?
I do.
Do you remember the response to that?
I do remember the response to that.
Do you remember how that game turned out?
To be a goddamn masterpiece?
One of the best in the series?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you saying is people are whiny, short-sighted idiots? Is that what you're saying?
They can. They're not necessarily wrong. The new show might suck.
Of course, it could suck.
The new show's not the thing they grew up with. And they're just going to have to deal with that. But it might be a fine thing on its own.
It could be.
For its intended audience, which is not you.
Which is, children. The children's cartoon might be really fun for children, yes.
I really think this opening is classy as fuck.
Yeah.
The music, the history of humanity, going through space.
This seems like the opening to a quality show,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is neat. I really like the art style too. I dig this, like it almost reminds me a little bit of that like hand painted Dishonored look.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. I like it. I dig it.
I'm just curious what year this game takes place in specifically.
What did they say? It's like 24 something.
Battletech's a thing that's had eras.
Oh, okay.
And it's gonna suck if this game takes place right around 3050. Because that's when the Battletech universe gets invaded by the warrior culture. Honor! Glory! Honor!
Oh.
And they just kind of shit all over the fucking lore of the universe.
Gotcha.
Fight honor! Fight! Ooh! Honor! And I'm gonna really hate it if I have to deal with those nincompoops.
Sure. The warrior nincompoops?
Ooh, warrior honor battle for glory! Have honor duel!
According to Uncle...
For planet!
war duel? According to Uncle Kuliov, it's 3025.
Okay, that's probably far enough away I'm not going to have to worry about it.
Unless the campaigns happen over the next 25 years, you're fine.
You'll be shocked by how much time goes by in this game, how quickly.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I've just played a little bit so far.
It takes weeks to get from one star system to the other.
Oh, well, sure. Well, that's
not
nice.
in real time, obviously, because that would suck.
In game time. Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, do I have some cloud syncage here? No, I don't. That's the one I just started, just getting things going.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I'll just start a new one.
Okay. Cool. We're just going to start a brand new campaign. Brand new campaign. That's great. So, anyway, if new ThunderCats wasn't meant for nostalgia, then they wouldn't have called it ThunderCats. Yeah, I mean, listen, I get it. I get what you're saying. I can't be with you on this fight though because I've never cared about the ThunderCats, and so I know you want me to be with you and to be indignant with you, but ThunderCats were before my time. and I don't have it in me to care. I don't care about ThunderCats. I don't care about G.I. Joe, and I don't care about the Transformers. Never have.
G.I. Joe either, huh?
No.
Wow.
No special love for any of those series.
What was it with you growing up then?
Like for me, Saturday morning cartoons was like mid '90s.
But the toys.
Huh?
Toys.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Okay.
Some Ninja Turtle stuff. So Ninja Turtles, a lot of kind of generic, and we just didn't have a lot of toys growing up.
G.I. Joe was fairly long-lived.
Oh sure, I remember the show vaguely, but no, we had G.I. Joe, we had some like X-Men figures.
Yeah.
And we had and then we had the cornfield outside, and that was our toy. You know what? We did have some Ghostbusters toys.
Okay.
Like proton packs, fake proton packs.
I had a ton of G.I. Joes.
Oh yeah.
I had a metric ton of them. I had some Ninja Turtles too.
Okay. Well, we probably had some Transformers, but I didn't care. Like people want us, or in general, they want someone on their side who's like really indignant. It's like, yes, this new ThunderCats ruins the thing I once loved, and I just I can't be there with you.
Well, yeah, ThunderCats is not the thing I once loved.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. So I'm sorry.
I never got the ThunderCats.
Yeah.
They're the most boring fuckers. Lion-O is the most boring fucker ever.
What is he?
Utterly generic. Yeah. Utterly, unbelievably, I am the good guy. ThunderCats, ho! Fight them!
Was it
ThunderCats, I can't do the Frank Welker style hero voice. I'm generic hero man. Yes.
Who's the bad guy?
Mumra, the ever-living.
Oh, I like that.
All of the ThunderCats villains were far more likable and interesting than any of the protagonists. And I think when you're talking about a children's action-adventure show, it's a problem when you're rooting for the villains.
Tiberius Kirk says, Jack, it's not that you don't care or about
mic issues.
It's not that you... They say, bop, 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 bop. They say, okay, it's not that you don't care about ThunderCats, it's that you immediately see it and say it's something my kids would like, because the art style looks like the stuff that my kids watch. Can you hear me now? Mama. And like what did they watch, like the Unikitty and the Steven Universe and the what is it called?
Rich knows an awful lot about ThunderCats. My brother loved them.
Oh yeah. Mike is fine now. Great. Because it's an exact yes, popular things spawn more similar things. It looks cute. I don't know. It looks cute. We don't know anything yet. It's a cute art style. Your Uncle Grandpa's, your not the regular show. What's the one you don't know? I'm asking the chat.
I'm in the character creator.
Yeah. I'm asking the chat, what's the one that's like part 3D animation, part 2D cell drawing?
By the way, this shit,
yeah,
this here, when you pick your background,
yeah,
that affects optional dialogue options.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
By the way, I kind of like this because they give you a nice little summary, a lot to choose from.
Yeah.
Gumball, thank you. The Amazing World of Gumball. They watch that all the time. So,
let's be from the backwater.
From the backwater, I like that. Gumball, yeah, adventure, all that. It's like all that stuff.
My family was betrayed, and I got revenge.
That's what you're going
for?
That's
what I'm going with.
Okay.
Why not? That shit's exciting, Jack.
Sure. I went more lone wolf. My family was killed in an accident, and now I'm just finding my place. I'm just lost in the universe, but I got this robot man.
Well, the vengeance thing. I mean, your family is dead. However you slice it. So I'm still a lone wolf, Jack. I just got to kick ass first.
No, and I'm going from a place of self-discovery, Rich. I have no particular purpose. Just me and my robot.
Then I'd like the gunnery stat, but I don't know. I don't want to be a gladiator or a soldier.
Sure. And yeah, see,
go lone wolf, you go freelancer. Right?
That's what doing along with my theme. That's what I chose. Is oh yeah, lone wolf, and I'm just drifting, man. Just me and my robot.
I want that gunnery stat.
Then take it.
I'll go with freelancer.
Sorry, Blobulon. I can't even pretend to be with you on this one. You're on your own. You're on your own. I think I'm still in the minority that I like Teen Titans Go because I think it's cute. They don't do any of the fighting. It's just a funny show. A lot of fart jokes.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the movie. They're making a feature-length Teen Titans Go movie.
Yeah.
More fart jokes. It gets all meta. The movie is about Robin wanting his own movie as a sidekick.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be cute and funny. It's going to be great.
Some people hate that show.
People do hate that show. You know why? Because they don't do any like the superhero stuff. It's just fart jokes.
Okay. Oh, it's fart jokes?
It's a lot of fart jokes.
Why bother?
The children love it.
Why bother having them be superheroes?
Because you got the IP, you got to do something with it. You got to do something with it, Rich.
It's just out of necessity.
I guess. Like, yeah, we got these people. You know, we got to do something with them.
I don't know. You know what? It's fine.
You know what? Is there a randomizer option? Or no, not really.
For this, I don't think so.
Okay. Jacket. That's all right.
Yeah, jacket.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, he looks cool.
It's fine.
He looks cool. I'm with you.
Seeing a better expression on his face. Is that too dopey? I think most of the expressions are pretty dopey.
That's got a little
That one's
smirk to
alright.
it.
That's fine.
It looks like his mouth is slightly open, and that's why it looks dopey. It's not slightly open, but we can't hear you. What? Bop, bop.
Do we need a new cord for that mic?
That's what it's looking like, but not right now. I just will.
You're gonna,
I promise not to touch it anymore.
It's happened twice in the first 20 minutes of the stream.
It's because I've been fiddling with it. I've been very fidgety, and I promise not to touch it anymore as soon as it's working.
There's no reason to be proactive, everybody. Just wait until the problem gets progressively worse. Dice? Yeah, I'll be Dice.
Nice. No, that's your... Oh, is that your nickname?
That's the nickname.
Yeah, okay. I thought that might have been like your...
Mitchell Russell? That doesn't have a great ring to it.
Russell? No, Russell's not a good
Russell's
name.
a fine last name.
Well, I like Noah. He looks like a Noah.
Conrad with a K. I went past it. I'm too lazy to actually type it.
Yeah.
But I want something. Isaac?
Ooh, Isaac? Yeah, get a good last name with Isaac. He could be a good Isaac.
You know, like Russell?
No, I don't like Russell. Lewis, Isaac Toro.
I think Russell was fine.
Well, you're gone now. Isaac Burnett.
You know what? It's fine.
That's got a bit of a ring to it.
No, that sounds like a 1970s comedian who had a very nice variety show.
The Isaac Burnett Hour. Tonight's guests include the Pointer Sisters, Jack Hanna and his amazing animals.
Boyd is fine. I'm done fucking with it.
Yeah.
Use a chat name? That's too late.
Mr. Dice. Oh, okay. I took... Heads up, everyone. I took the laptop home, the incredibly slow laptop, so I could factory reset it.
Yep.
Which I did do, and it is now running perfectly adequately. The only problem, of course, is I left it at home.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to be reading tips off of my phone.
Oh my god. So you took the old laptop with it. No.
Well, that was the laptop.
Yeah.
That is the laptop.
Oh, we didn't get a new one. You messed around and redid the old
Well,
one.
I wanted to see if I could salvage it before investing in a new one because we already have our next big investment, which is another computer. So,
Rich, you are a monster? Why?
Rich, you're a monster.
What did I do?
I don't know.
What did I do?
What'd you do? I don't know.
It's fine. I'm going to say it's fine.
Okay, great. Sean Simonas says, on the very important topic, Sean, of the ThunderCats remake, It's like the Rocketeer cartoon Disney is putting out. Disney's putting out a Rocketeer cartoon?
I know very little about this.
I love the original Rocketeer, and the new show is clearly aimed at much younger kids. Instead of getting mad, I just look forward to all the new fans. Well, that's a lovely sentiment. You know, some kids might watch the silly ThunderCats show and look into the ThunderCats, maybe read some comic books.
Yeah.
Read some Freddie Williams, the third. Good old Freddie Williams. Jack, stop looking at your phone. I have to read the tips from my phone because I forgot the laptop. So that's why I'm looking at my phone.
So you haven't gotten very far in this. You basically just...
So like there's the tutorial mission, which you are doing right now.
Yeah.
Which is just here's how all the basic controls work. And then there's like the first mission.
Okay, so that's where you're at.
Yeah, like the rescue or, you know, walk the princess to the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in that one.
Oh, okay. I forgot this is 2 parts. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking you're at the one after that, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I'm not very far, and I maybe have like an hour and a half.
Oh, right.
So.
Right. You're an adult with children.
I'm an adult. We had a rather busy weekend, which I will get to talking about for all the people who have been rabidly following my D&D adventures. I've been posting some updates on Twitter.
Yeah.
So it got a little nuts with the D&Ding over the weekend is what I'll say for now. We'll get there. We'll get there. And then also, you know, Hyrule Warriors is out now, so they had to get some time in hacking and slashing.
If you don't want to talk about this game, Jack, you don't.
No, I do.
You don't have to.
I do. I think it's here, Rich. I love giant robots.
Yeah.
Here's something that bothers me right away.
Okay.
And this is.
Let me guess. They're tiny robots on the screen.
No, that doesn't bother me. It's that they don't have arms.
They do. Some of them do.
Oh, do they?
Oh yeah.
Go,
oh yeah.
The robot you start with doesn't have arms, and I think it's really weird looking.
Some of them have arms. Some of them don't.
Yeah.
Some of them have like little chicken leg things, but just rocket launchers on their shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of different robots.
Okay, great. So, chat, by the way, and I don't know if this is now just you guys making fun of people making fun of me, but I don't have the laptop, so I'm reading the chat on my phone and I'm reading tips on my phone, which is why I keep looking at my phone.
By the way,
yeah.
the armless robot, doesn't that make far more sense? What the fuck do you need an arm for?
Just for aesthetics.
I know.
Purely aesthetics. I just think it's weird that it's legs and cannons. It just looks weird.
It's this grim, gritty, depressing universe they've invented, but they have these comical robots with arms. Is the primary form of warfare.
Right? I love it.
I like the universe, but it doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, it's a silly universe. It's a silly place.
Enemy detected.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
Nah, I'm afraid of that.
That was more than your engine could handle. Head on into that water. We need to
I'm playing this on GOG, and I can't tell you if there's differences between this on Steam because I haven't played this on Steam.
So far, this looks... I bought on Steam.
Okay.
For no particular reason. I just happened to have Steam open when I was thinking about buying the game, so
yeah.
I bought it on Steam. And so far, it looks fairly identical. Gameplay-wise, I would assume. I mean...
I presume. I have no idea.
Right? Right?
It makes be silly if it were different.
Right. Is this supposed to be like XCOM?
Yeah, and it's turn-based.
It's turn-based.
It plays out a little bit differently.
It's kind of grid-based movement. Cover is works a little different.
It's not really... I mean, yeah, kind of.
That's what I'm saying. It's different. But it's turn-based, grid-based movement. I didn't... in the short while I played, I didn't necessarily notice a good... if flanking was a big deal in this. Do you know?
Oh, less so the side, more so behind.
Okay.
Armor is typically much weaker from behind.
Okay. All right. So far, Rich, how much time you got into it?
Not that much.
The
I've done the first story mission after you get through all this tutorial
Sure,
stuff.
okay.
But there's other missions in between that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You don't. I guess you don't know any of this. You basically a good chunk of this game is running a business.
Oh.
You're a mercenary, and you're in charge of hiring people and buying supplies. And
I was not expecting that.
let's go to the system there and see if there's anyone offering work.
Okay.
That's the bulk of the game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. That could be neat. The question is that chat is asking is whether or not this scratches that XCOM itch.
I guess. I mean, it's a different game. I think I like XCOM better. All right, I think I like the XCOM combat better.
Yeah.
But I think all said and done, I'm gonna like. XCOM has the base management. I'm gonna like the mercenary business more than I like the XCOM base management.
Sure, I'm with you.
I'm almost sure. I haven't gotten that deep into it yet, though.
Right. A while to go before you can make a real decision. This will be a great one. What I'm really looking forward to is the Steam Link app for like iPad and iPhone comes out soon. So this will be the perfect game for that. Like this or XCOM to play through your phone. Like your computer's humming in the corner, but now I can,
you might need it zoomed in for that to really work. I can't. Oof.
I don't know. I want a game to test that out when it finally comes to iPhone. Unfortunately, this game was poorly optimized. I will say one thing I've noticed so far is these loading screens do seem to take a long time. Get out of here. It definitely reminded me of like before Bloodborne got its first big patch, and there was just that like absurdly long load time.
I remember the Oregon Reach of old, the time of the great expansion. I was just a boy.
Jack is obsessed with playing on the crapper. I just like to have options.
That's true.
I just want
That is
options.
true.
I want, I'm playing the game, but I want to go to the bathroom, but I'm really into playing it. I can take it with me. I like the options.
Year after year, the council deliberates while our economy falters, and the wolves bay at every door, while covetous neighbors plot against us. Well, I say, it can go no further.
Look at that. Look at that art style. That's nice. Yeah. That's cool looking. Yeah, that's got some personality to it, and I dig that.
Former comrades, or even loved ones on the battlefield. I take up arms against my own niece, but remember,
He just wants to game while hiding from his family in the bathroom. Is that it, Jack? Do you only get, is the appeal of playing in the bathroom that you get your private time in there?
No.
No?
No, because usually...
They're still knocking at the door?
No, usually I'm the only one home.
Oh, okay.
Usually I'm the only one home. When I take care of business, if you know what I mean. So
you you only shit when everyone else is gone?
because of my my particular diet, I am an exceedingly regular person.
Okay.
And it just so happens to be, the kids are at school, Lisa's usually out at work, and so it's like I got the house. And you know what? I prefer it that way. Prefer it. So no, it's not about running away from the family. But, like another option is like, I want to hang out in bed for a little bit, do a little bit something before I fall asleep. Yeah, maybe I could, turn it on, play a couple rounds. Play a couple rounds. I'm a shy pooper, not necessarily. I think everyone just prefers not to have someone, listening. You just don't want someone listening. That's weird. All right, where are we? We are at MC Lucas. MC Lucas, who says, "Hey guys, just finished my first PC build today.
Hey.
I watched your building stream again in preparation, and Jack's anxiety helped ease my own.
Yeah.
Everything worked great. Time to brush up on my Dark Souls before the remaster comes out. Thanks for the streams."
It was oh god, like more than a decade ago at this point, but when I built my first,
Yeah.
I very specifically, I started small. I put something together dirt cheap.
Oh, sure.
I got like an integrated motherboard. Like, didn't have to worry about a graphics card or sound or anything. It was just cheap integrated soundboard, and I slapped some shit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
you got a feel for it.
and then if you fried everything,
yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't lose too much money.
Right.
Oh, sure. And you know what? It is very nerve-wracking because like they're very expensive things that you have to stick together. But like for anyone who's thinking about building their own PC, something you learn is they're sturdy enough to take some manhandling. The pieces don't crumble under your fingers.
Things are typically designed to only go where they're supposed to go.
Yeah.
Typically.
But like that's the big stressful moment is like, okay, I know I'm supposed to apply some pressure. I know there's supposed to be some resistance, but how much is too much,
Yeah.
But I can't tell you how accomplished I feel building my own PC.
Yes.
And I don't know if that's something I ever would have done
If it weren't for me.
if it weren't for you, Rich. If it weren't for you in the stream, where it's just like that's nothing. I don't think I'd ever even consider that.
Yeah.
Like, just go to the computer store. They'll make it for me. Let the computer store do it.
No, it's yours. If something goes wrong, you're not afraid to dig around in there. You already built the fucking thing.
That's right. And it has helped me in IT and tech support cases. No, I'm not afraid to open up a computer anymore. I can dig in there. Cords, they go where they're supposed to go. It's great. It's super great.
I'm on the move.
That's exactly what I feel about car doors. Do you build cars?
So, Jack, you said you're looking for some kind of pointer?
Roger.
Well, okay, so once we get into, we're about to, spoiler alert, we're about to get into our first combat situation here. And there's a couple things that I don't necessarily understand yet, but I'm not very far.
Yeah.
So I'm sure
I'm
sure
not
I'm
either,
gonna
so
get
there's
it.
probably details I don't even know yet. Probably a lot of them.
Okay, so like right now on your lower right-hand corner, those are all the weapons you can fire.
Yes.
And in certain situations, you can uncheck them.
Yes.
Or in all situations, in all combat situations. So if you just wanted to fire your lasers, you could uncheck everything else and fire your lasers.
Yeah.
And every weapon has a little overheat meter. And so I thought by unchecking them, they wouldn't overheat, but the numbers still seem to be going up.
Well, you're going to generate some heat from anything you fire.
Right. And so I also hadn't figured out how to cool myself down yet.
Just don't do anything.
Oh, just
You guard. I think if you just guard and don't do anything, your heat's going to go down naturally because you didn't shoot anything. And then I haven't really tested this, but I think, when I asked you to do reserve,
yeah.
I think that might super bring it down.
Okay, that might
But
be.
I have not tested that.
Okay, great. Great. Yeah, there's a few nuances to the combat that I don't super understand yet, but so far I'm enjoying the system. Obviously, it's like XCOM's, but you have a bazooka and lasers and missile launchers for everything. So it's neat. Though I do wish I was in this situation. I was in this very situation you're in right now, and I had knocked over one of the mechs. So I positioned all three of my mechs to stand right next to him, and we kicked him while he was down, and it didn't kill him. And I was like, God, he's down! And I'm kicking him while he's down. Let me kill him.
Kicking doesn't do that much damage.
It doesn't
But
do
it's
that
fun
much.
just to kick them while they're down.
Exactly.
Oh God, you don't know about scrap yet.
No,
You don't know about scrap
I
yet?
don't know about nothing yet.
You can negotiate your contract, and you're part of the business. You negotiate the contract that you have.
That's since I never would have thought that would happen in this game.
And,
I
like,
thought this was going to be all robot battles.
I had one contract that had a decent amount of scrap.
Okay.
Like after the battle, I got to pick and choose so many things that I could just keep.
Yeah.
And just during that battle, I happened to get a really lucky headshot in.
Okay.
And I got like a almost perfectly intact back, just a scrap.
Nice.
Yeah, it was sweet.
I'm looking forward to this.
Sweet. It's like I one shot at a fucking Shadowhawk.
I was a little worried my first time through. I was like, oh, these robot fights are fun, but is this whole thing just going to be customizing robots and building a team like that? So I'm excited to know that there's more to the game. Jack's Mechs fight Dirty Beefcake? Absolutely. Oh, I'll sneak up on someone. I want to win the battle. I want to win the battle. Oh, that's right, Rich.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've even had a chance to tell you yet. On our previously recorded YouTube channel,
Yeah.
we have passed 100,000
I saw.
subscribers.
I saw. That's neat.
That is neat. We made it, and listen. I'm not too proud to admit that it was Biscuit that put us over those numbers. It was the addition. It was just the cat finally tipped us over. But it was exciting. Exciting to see. YouTube sent us a little message.
Yeah.
Because once you hit 100,000 subscribers, you can get a little silver framed play button. And so they sent us a message saying, "Hey, we saw you passed a milestone."
Oh, I think I fucked up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I fucked up.
So we saw you passed a milestone, and we need to do about a week's worth of research to make sure you are a legitimate YouTube channel and didn't buy subscribers and receive them overnight and blah blah. So they're going to look into it to see if we are worthy, Rich, of a silver play button.
Shit.
Which, frankly, I'm pretty excited about.
That's not a clear line of sight. I can only arc fire with a 40 chance. Ah! Shit. POV was weird. I thought it was a straight line. It's not.
Oh, okay. So now for that one, should you have unchecked all of it? Oh, well, you hit. That's nice.
Yeah. Well, it could only fire. It could only hit with the one. It only fired with the one.
Is that
it? Did it automatically.
Oh, okay. That was another question, is like what you have to uncheck or check or whatever. Yeah.
I almost wish they'd go back on, because I forget I uncheck things.
Sure.
And then I'll fire it, so I'm like, why did I only fire one weapon? And I'm like, oh shit.
Who will keep it? No, we'll put it up here in the streaming room. We'll put it up on a wall.
Ah, I got all kinds of crappy line of sight.
All weapons.
Alright. Is what it is.
It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Hi, R. Miller. Welcome. Welcome to Battletech. Welcome to the stream. Undead Penguin, no. I don't know who that person is. To the point where I'm afraid to say the name out loud. But I don't, so sorry. There's a ton of people on YouTube and everywhere that I just don't know. I know. Okay. Well, I'll start talking about my D&D game. I know everyone's really excited about the D&D game. I'm really excited about the D&D game. Rich got so excited to hear about D&D, he clicked out of Mech Warrior. Rich, I want to show you something.
Shoot the guy, you dumbass.
You have to click on you first.
I thought I already did. I thought I already did.
Oh.
Copy that.
Oh, you were maybe too close? There you go. A cave troll came into my dungeon.
Yeah.
And that's what I used.
That was
Oh, okay, for a cave troll.
I used a Ninja Turtle for a cave troll. Because okay, so D&D was a smash success with the family. They had a great time It actually my dungeon took a little bit longer than I was expecting. I was hoping I built it small enough that we could get through everything in about 2 hours, based on what some internet videos that I saw, and like say, oh, for every encounter it's going to take X amount of time, right? Borgaris, yes, the 5th edition D&D. And it took us, in total, it took us 5 hours to get through everything. We did 3 hours one night and then 2 extra hours the next morning.
So you finished the campaign, though?
They finished my campaign, yes.
How did your children do?
They did all right. Like, they got the rules right away and were blowing my dungeon master mind with the stuff that they wanted to do.
Really?
Like, for example...
So they didn't just run in and try to hit everything with a sword?
They did a little bit, but like I intentionally kind of slowed them down with some puzzly areas and like kind of hinted that they should use other abilities, and then they found some treasure using other abilities. So then they started like using abilities and really thinking outside the box, which was great. Like, for example, they were in a fight with some orcs. And they were winning the fight because obviously I made all the encounters rather easy because it was everybody's first time playing.
Yeah.
To the point where there was only one orc left. And what I decided as the DM is that orc knew that the battle was lost and was going to run away. And so I started, using the orc's speed points to make it run away instead of fighting. And people were chasing him. And the orc got all the way out of the...
Why is my camera stuck here?
What did you do? WASD or
There we go.
oh, okay. So the orc got away, and everybody kind of thought that was the end of it. So later, what I decided was, after so many things happened, that orc was going to come back with some reinforcements, and he brought a cave troll with him. So I quick grabbed a Ninja Turtle out of our toy chest to be the cave troll because they were all Legos, and so I was like, it's perfect. Their Legos were this big, the cave troll was this big. I was perfect, right? Perfect. And so, my thought was, this will just be like a nice boss battle, like a cave troll.
Yeah.
But what my kids decided to do was they said, can I jump on the cave troll? And I said, well, what do you want to do? And they said, I want to jump on it and steer it because they watched me play God of War.
Oh.
And I was like, fuck, that's brilliant. Right? So immediately I was like, oh yeah, roll dexterity, roll strength, and they had to roll dexterity every turn to make sure they were hanging on to the troll, right? And then they literally used the troll to beat up the other bad guys, and then were riding him around the dungeon as much as they could. Like, they were just doing bonkers shit, and I loved it. And it was great. They were doing things that I completely did not think of. I came up with a little a pressure plate puzzle to open a...
So Jack,
yeah.
How do you feel about them video games taking away that creativity from them young kids these days?
Right? Right? That's what it's doing. These games nowadays, they bring out the worst in kids.
To be fair, they did have the troll do something they saw in a video game.
Well, but by the way, that's why I do admit that I'm a cranky old man, because you can watch something, you can play a video game and get inspired.
Yeah.
Art inspires more art. So no, I get it. But I had this.
I'm an asshole.
Oh no, it's funny. No, it's funny. It's right. It's totally fun. So I had one treasure room that I had on a little pressure plate puzzle where they had to stand on specific pressure plates to open the puzzle door. But as soon as they got off the pressure plates, the puzzle room door would slam back shut, right?
Yeah.
And so they had to find something heavy to put on it. I had this whole puzzle thing worked out. And then my wife...
Ooh, that sucks.
Oh my God, you lost an arm. Yeah. So then my wife decides, like, hey, can I jump off the pressure plate into the room before the gate closes? And so, you know, I decide how difficult that will be and have her roll some dice. And she makes it. She rolls well enough to make it into the room, but then she's trapped in the treasure room because you need 3 people on the other side to open the door. So she got trapped in there for like 10 solid real world minutes, like figuring out how to get out. And it was great. It was super great, man. It was fantastic thinking of puzzles and then watching my players completely ignore them. Just like a game dev. Just like I do in games, and now they did.
It says something about game puzzles, doesn't it?
It does.
It says something.
You need to have a clear objective, but it's solitaire art. Anyway, we had a great time.
I'll make it happen.
Oh my god.
I'm just doing terribly.
Yeah.
She was in a spot where she had to go all the way around to get over there because she couldn't climb.
Oh man.
This first mission, I'm not getting my jump jets.
What do you mean?
Something you get in later missions.
Oh.
You can jump. You have little rocket boosters.
That's right. And
So you need to get up on a roof.
during the tutorial, they said that we broke our jump jets.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Jack is a master of the dungeons now. I know enough.
Spoilers, Jack. They
What?
weren't broke.
Damned armor's busted.
Sabotage.
Not by Mastiff though. He's helping us.
Not by him.
Oh, by someone else. I think I know by who. I think I got that far.
You got my attention.
Jack had more fun with one game in D&D than I had in like 7. To be fair, it was my first experience with D&D, so, you know, I'm sure like years down the line when I've been playing for a while, I'm going to look back and be like, oh man, what a dumb campaign. What a silly campaign. But I had a great time. The kids had a great time. My 10-year-old then spent the entirety of the next day writing his own dungeon because now he wants to be the dungeon master.
Oh no.
Which is great. Like, fine, be the dungeon master because now I want to play. Like, I want to be a character. You know, I'm gonna be I'm rolling a character right now. It's a half-orc monk, good at kung fu but half-orc. Again, loner. I'm feeling very lonery right now. So,
Lone wolf.
We're going to lone wolf.
How much health do you have? Next to none.
I can tell back in the days, no master would have allowed it without crazy-ass dexterity throws. You're a lenient DM, Jack. You decide if it's going to be a compliment or an insult. I think I was
Playing with his children.
Oh no, and I think they were saying it was all of our first time playing, not just with children, everybody's first time playing, right? So yeah, I was definitely being a little more lenient, and really I was being lenient to anything that I wasn't expecting. Like if they did anything I wasn't expecting, I wanted that to happen to see where it would go. Like let's go down this rabbit hole a little bit. Part of my story is I had a red herring gem. They were treasure hunters and they were looking for a specific gem, a bright green gem.
Yeah.
So I decided I'd have a red herring is like the gem on a very big and ornate, obvious altar with a relatively simple door to get through, right? But that would be a fake. That would be a phony. There'd be other rooms that they'd have to explore to find the key to the right thing, right? And so they found the rock, and then they didn't inspect it. They just put it in their bag right away.
Yeah.
And then they left the dungeon without completely exploring every room to go back to their boss because they found the gem. And I was like, oh, shit. I wanted them to look at the rock and say like, oh, it kind of looks like it's just a painted rock. This doesn't look like it's worth. But they didn't. They ignored that and just went back to home base. So then
they got all the way back to home base.
They got all the way back to home base, and I had to like then take on the voice of their boss, the person who sent them on the treasure hunt thing. I was like, "This is a painted rock. What are you doing, you idiots?"
You called your 7-year-old child an idiot?
No, I didn't call them idiots. That's what I say now. But
you should have had the gem be like cursed.
Ooh.
They picked it up and like it turned into a monster or something. Yeah.
Well, that was the main story is the gem that they were getting. As soon as they brought it outside the cave, it started the curse of the undead.
Oh, yeah.
And they were sent on the mission to get it by the person who wanted to start the rise of the undead.
Oh, my
you
God.
See? Oh, yeah, it's a whole story. It's a So like that was my lead in into part 2 where they have to fight the army of the undead. Because every story needs to end on an appropriate cliffhanger, I feel.
Every single one, forever and ever?
Right?
What happens when it gets canceled?
D&D can never be canceled. I own the books, Rich. It's not. There's no DRM on me owning the books.
There will be when it's only available on like the App Store on your phone.
Sure. Well, but see, actually, right now, all of the base rules are available for free online by Wizards of the Coast, like by the people who write the books, because they want people to get a little hooked and then delve deeper and deeper. So you can get all of the basic rules for free, which I think is really nice. It's complicated as hell. I could start a whole movement and book deal about parenting with D&D. No, because I'll just get a lot of Christian backlash. You're teaching my kids about Satan. Nah, it'll be fine. Nah, it's fun. It's good fun. The kids like it. The kids love making shit up, and more so like the expression that the kids get when they finally figured it out. And it might not be their turn yet, but you can see their face go, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. Can I push over that statue on top of the orcs to smush them? Roll the dice, man. Let's see if you can. That's a great idea, right? Like their mind starts to explode with the possibilities. And that is great. That is super great. About D&D.
Don't forget about using some of your dude's abilities to fire at multiple targets at once. Nah, focus fire, man. Focus fire. Kill one. And then he's dead.
Yep. Yeah, and one time I got like a sharp shot thing where I could target like this one. What's the called shot? What is that? How do you get that?
It's an ability.
Yeah.
Or when they're knocked down. You can do it.
Oh, maybe that was it. Because like that, I saw this little map thing, and you don't get to do this. You don't get to pick specifically where you shoot all the time. And I said to myself, "Oh, I really want to do that, right?"
And then one of the ground's almost dead. This guy's got a lot of firepower. Let's see if we can take out the locust. Did a lot of damage.
Yeah. Always important to take out dudes as fast as possible.
Like to dinner?
To, like get to know them a little bit. See if they're a good match. I don't know if dinner's the best place, though, Sometimes it's nice just to go for a walk and just start talking about shit. I don't know. What classes are they playing with? We have one human druid, so it's a human magic user, nature magic user. And I did have to fudge that a little bit with their character because that's my 10-year-old, and he really wanted to use lightning power. But technically the druid didn't have lightning power, but I was like, it's all magic, it's fine. He really wanted to be a druid for some reason and not like a regular wizard who can use the lightning power. And so, but of course it's D&D. Make it up. It's all fudging. Attention, citizens of then we have a halfling rogue and a half-orc barbarian. So, So a pretty well-balanced team, I feel. You got the half-orc barbarian who can do a ton of damage. The rogue is my 7-year-old who all he wants to do is hang back and shoot arrows at people, which is perfect for the rogue.
Rich missed the secret. What secret?
You missed a secret?
That's what I'm
You're not done with the fight yet. Is there anything in that house? Like, can you destroy that house? Because you can do that with it.
Yeah, I have no good reason to destroy that house, so I haven't.
Just maybe after you're done with this fight, maybe just walk over there, see if anything happens.
All right. I mean, there's lots of structures elsewhere in the game. That's
Okay.
That's not unique to here.
Gotcha.
Head destroyed. Nice.
Nice. Because you're fine, so I'll never get a live stream of Jack's D&D. I don't know. That'll take a little work, and we'd need more people. We definitely need some more people to do a D&D stream, just because I can't imagine, just Rich going through my campaign would be very entertaining. But a D&D, not out of the question. Just play all the roles. Oh yeah, it's super neat. There were a ton of just wonderful little moments, where someone would get that critical fail, and you'd have to think of an appropriate punishment for them, rolling a 1. And when that orc was running away, my wife, who was playing the half orc barbarian, started chasing them, but she rolled like 3 1s in a row. And so I kept having her like drop her weapons. And so then she was like, okay, I have like a javelin in my backpack. I'm going to throw the javelin. And she rolled poorly and missed. All right, I'm going to throw my other javelin. She rolled poorly. I have one more like she just kept on failing and failing. And it became like a little running gag as this orc was leaving, was running away. And it was so beautiful. And then, like I said, later, I had that orc come back with friends and an ogre, but originally my final battle, I had a whole different enemy plan for the battle, but I was like, oh no, this will fit better in with the story. So I had to quick rewrite some stuff. And it's just, I get it. I totally get why people can be fully engrossed in Dungeons and Dragons. It's all those little moments that happen kind of sporadically through a night that really made it special. So hopefully it's something I do often. How lucky do I feel that I have a wife who I can do stuff like play D&D with? It's great. It's fantastic. If it was, I do think the kids had a lot of influence on that. I just think if I said, "Hey, honey, do you and me want to play some D&D?" She might. I mean, she might have, but she might have been a little less willing to dedicate 2 full days to it and have me completely take over our kitchen table, like for 3 days, because I was not messing up my map. I had my map spread out on the entirety of the kitchen table. And I think she would have been more sour with that. But no, it's fantastic. But, I talk about this all the time. Lisa's super into board games. And so she's down. She just wants to play. It's great.
Is that the only other? Oh, that's the only target.
Little tank. Little jeep. You are an overheat alert, Rich.
That's fine.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Reporting one less vehicle.
She'll get a timeout.
You get a timeout. Now I got to teach him how to use combo powers. Well, listen. As we play, we will get deeper and deeper into all the silly stuff you can do. Something I still don't quite understand is now how we level them up. because like with every encounter you can assign experience points, and then your characters can grow and gain new abilities. I still don't understand how that works. I gotta watch like 20 more YouTube videos before we can do that, because now my kids are just begging me, like, we gotta level up, my character's gotta be more powerful now. And it's like, I don't know how to do that yet. So there's more. There's way more. There's fucking so much to the game.
Aye. Holding to bleed heat.
Stabilizing. Engaging coolant system.
Just say, fuck it, you're level 2 now, right? Can you do that? I don't know. Like, yeah, you're level 2. You're a little bit stronger and everything, and figure it out. I don't know.
I think the DM can do whatever the fuck they want.
Oh, I can, but I'm trying to stick to somewhat formal rules so that, as we grow, we're growing correctly. But
Jack, what channel are you looking at for tutorials?
oh my god, so many. I'm watching so many.
Multiple.
I'm watching multiple something that I'm watching just to kind of understand how game structure works is the guys over at Corridor Digital have a gaming second channel called Node, Node, and it's just a full playthrough of one D&D session. You know, multiple hours broken up through video. So I'm watching that just to kind of understand how a game works, because I know I don't know them, but I watch Corridor Digital, so I know the guys, and so I'm comfortable watching that. I've been watching who was it? I'll just go into my YouTube history, which is 90% YouTube videos. Matthew Colville. He has a series on the first time you are a DM, which has been really helpful. He kind of runs through like setting up an easy campaign and why you're doing the things you're doing. Mm-hmm. So he's been really great to watch. Just to get some DM tips, Dungeon Master tips. What else do we got here? WSAD20 is a channel that has a bunch of simple D&D rules. I've been watching a few of those. Pro Jared had a whole thing called D&D December, where like all of his videos in December were kind of explaining the core rules of D&D. Actually, his video was really helpful. Pro Jared had a really great video on creating your character and all of the math involved in creating a character.
Confirmed.
So that really helped. Ryan Bays. I'm telling you, has been an obsession with mine for a while. Ryan Bays had a really great, if you're a dungeon master, how to handle all the combat numbers. So fucking many. And still, watching all of those videos, I feel like I just barely understand everything. I'm talking about hours I've watched. But it's all been very helpful. All of those videos have been incredibly helpful because they kind of just give you scenarios and what'll happen in those scenarios, and then you can extrapolate. So like I've just been watching a ton. The thing I've been really enjoying is watching the Corridor Digital guys, and their the Corridor Digital guys and their playthrough of the story, just so I like, because then, what happens is in the story, a character does something and I see someone roll the dice, and then I try to figure out why they rolled a dice, and so then I go to like 3 other YouTube videos. But just watching a playthrough with people I enjoy watching, I can see now why people like that Harmon Quest and all those D&D shows, because there's or Critical Role from Geek and Sundry. Like it's fun. It's fun just watching a story, just improv with orcs. That's all D&D is. Yes, and an arrow to the knee. So I have not seen the video of Vin Diesel playing D&D. I do know that Vin Diesel is a huge D&D nerd, and I believe that's where he originally met Paul Walker. Vin Diesel met Paul Walker playing D&D, and then they started being in movies together. Or something like that, or they played D&D or World War something. It was something nerdy with Vin Diesel and Paul Walker, but
Standing by.
a fun thing to do is to randomly have them roll a perception check for no other reason than to make them nervous. Garbage Factory, that's a great idea. Yes. All right, if everyone could just roll perception right now, just real quick, and then pretend to write down all their numbers. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Mission failed.
That'd be
Well,
great.
fuck.
Oh my God, you died.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't doing good.
Sorry. Yeah.
Wasn't doing good.
Yeah.
Wow. That sucked.
Yeah.
That fucking sucked.
You get some bad bad
terrible.
RNG there sometimes.
I did
Or was it
absolutely terrible.
Was it your mistake?
I made some bad positioning mistakes early on where I didn't get line of sight, and then one mech was getting beat up early.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you.
Do I have? Let me just load.
Yeah, that way you don't have to go through the tutorial again. When's the last time you saved, I wonder? This happened to me the first time too. Good.
Didn't happen to me the first time. This is. Didn't I get roasted on XCOM 2 by selecting weird difficulty options? I didn't select weird difficulty options. I just selected harder difficulty. And it fucking schooled me.
Yeah. Hey guys, Davidino people, Davidino people is how you pronounce that name. Here, you guys should really play Injustice 2. It's the perfect time because Han Solo comes out next week. You guys excited?
Moving on.
Moving on. Yes, we will play Injustice 2 at some point. I have nothing. I have no problem playing Injustice 2. We had a lot of fun playing Injustice 1. I had a lot of fun playing Injustice 1 because it's silly. I like silly things, Rich. I think Hellboy is in Injustice 2 and the Ninja Turtles. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's silly. I want Hellboy to punch Catwoman. Silly. A Jigglypuff says time to grade finals papers. Not sure how Rich's laugh will affect grades, but let's find out. Thanks guys for the stream. Welcome. Good luck grading papers. That's got to be tough. Being a teacher and actually oh, this is going to decide someone's future.
Yeah.
I can't make a mistake when grading these papers because that could really mess someone up.
Roger.
I did not. Rich, did you see Deadpool 2?
No.
No, neither did I.
I still haven't seen one yet.
You still haven't seen one
I
yet?
still haven't seen one yet.
Oh, interesting. It's good. It's good. It's good. I'm looking forward to seeing Deadpool 2.
Worthy of the faith you've placed in me.
Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. That's what I usually do. I do like to go Monday morning to go see the big movies. Nice empty theater. Get a coffee.
I think Deadpool's doing just fine without me.
He needs that extra $12, Rich.
I'll make it happen.
Needs that extra $12. Very aggressive marketing campaign for Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Fucking everywhere. Some of it are really fun, but
Actual ads are just like the different publicity stunts they're doing.
the publicity stunts have been everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, did you see the thing where they were replacing DVD covers of movies?
No.
Like in Walmart, you know, their DVD section, the Deadpool advertising team made special Deadpool covers of every movie they were selling.
Uh-huh.
And so then the entire wall of DVDs for like Shrek had a picture of Deadpool. Like,
And then it goes
with Shrek
viral,
ears.
and it's a relatively cheap ad.
I'm saying it's everywhere, and that's actually, it's been a little much for me. Like, I know Deadpool's coming out. You don't need to hit this over my head. Hammer this in.
Fall back, Kamea. Get behind us.
Oh no, and I agree. It's been going viral, and I'm sure it's been great for the advertising teams. Like, they've made a good name for themselves, but it's everywhere to the point where let's slow it down, pump the brakes.
Talk to me.
It did 300 million worldwide this weekend, so it worked. There you go. That's it. Oop, big whiff. Big whiff.
That's a clean miss.
Clean miss, Rich. Clean miss.
That wasn't.
Did you punch him? Did you robot punch him?
He punched me.
Oh.
Standing by.
I do like the red lines.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
That was always an issue for me with XCOM.
Locked on and
Is, you know, there was an indicator whether or not you had a clear line of sight to the enemy. There's like that little eyeball indicator, but you know, it was one of those things that if you weren't paying attention, it was easy to block out. Here, there is a bright fucking red line. Like, yes, you can hit the person, and I do like that.
Oh, God, you can't get line of sight on fucking anything, you piece of shit. Ugh. And he can't get past her? Can you do anything?
Can't do anything. Doesn't he have any lobby rockets?
Ah, no, he doesn't.
Oh, well then there you go. Well, then there you go.
All right, here. I'm gonna take a break.
You're gonna take a
I'm
break.
gonna take a break.
Oh.
I'm just gonna take a break.
Ooh.
I'm gonna start. I'm going to the main menu.
Yeah.
Let's fuck that turn.
Wow.
I'm gonna take a break
Wow.
because I need a break.
Rich needs a break. What's happening? Rich is gonna go pray to the RNG gods right now. Just
I am.
may all your dice be balanced. May all your rolls be critical. Well then. I think he's got to get his mechs a little closer together because you know where the battle is. So, anyway, how are you guys? What's going on? Let's see if we have some tips, which I think we do. Where are we? Nope. Oop. Here we go. The 17, the only, said, "Hey guys, long-time fan, first-time tipper. Why is Mike such a dick to Rich? Because it's funny. It's a joke. It's a gag. Gag." Sean _ says hitting with melee attacks drops heat too, Jack. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. Rich Evans reminds you that you don't drop heat if you whiff. Though you think that would, that'd be a big air.
You drop heat, but you waste a fucking turn.
Yeah, but it's a lot of airflow, so you really drop heat if you whiff. The secret to this game, though, is to grind fights and get scrap weapons and items. I like I said, I didn't even know that there was this whole business running operation thing. I haven't gotten that far in the game, so I'm excited for that part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Starting from scratch. I'm starting from scratch.
Starting from scratch.
For my head.
Yeah.
For my soul.
Get there, Rich.
I'm starting from scratch.
Get there.
I'm getting there.
Like, do you think it's your character? Do you think you need a new character? That much scratch?
All right, what do we got? Let's start new.
All right. That's fine. No, and I'm sure I'll get all the rules. I'm very early on, so I'm sure I will understand all the rules. But it's a little cumbersome, especially like picking what weapon you're going to fire with if you're doing that manually. And
Always negotiate for scrap. Not if you're fighting shitty mechs.
oh.
I tried cutting my prices just for reputation a couple of times. I don't know that it was worth it. You can do that. You can take a contract for almost nothing, and then they like you more.
Interesting. So there is some depth in the mech management business.
Presumably,
Yeah.
I haven't had this happen yet because I've mostly just been fighting pirates. But I'm presuming that if you end up hired to fight another faction, that will make them like you less. I am presuming this.
Sure. Yeah, I would agree. I would think word would get around that you're helping their enemy.
Protector of Coromadir and the Sword of Restoration. But I am not
Rich has
here
not perfected his strats yet. He is not.
stories say.
Well, I'm just playing shitty. I played this at home and I was not that bad.
Compromised.
Well, there you get your full concentration.
Yeah.
A hero would have
Now
done
you gotta
better.
fuck around.
You know this, of course. You were there.
All right, Daniel from SL says, "Hey, how's it going, Jack and Rich? Loving the work on both Red Letter Media and this. I have a question,
Yeah.
though. What is your opinion on that particular thing?"
Great mech warriors of old, guardians of the innocent,
Oh,
protectors of the peace.
that was a close one. You almost got me.
I always dreamed of following in their footsteps.
You almost got me, because sometimes, I'll just read them.
Yep.
I was too young.
But I have learned to kind of read a couple words ahead, just to see if there's anything weird. Oh, no, it wasn't anything too bad. Just would have been a silly thing for me to read out loud.
Okay.
Skilled enough.
Like the jack off a horse one.
Yeah, like one of those kind of things.
Okay.
You're like, I don't need to. The Fabs OK says, "Love you guys. Also, just a heads up to check out Adventure Mode when you start playing Hyrule Warriors. There's hours
But whether it was your
There's hours and hours of extra content alongside the main story, and I think you two would have a blast.
in the eyes of history.
I would. And congrats on 100K subs.
Fuck
Thank you.
Dynasty Warriors.
Oh, listen, I've only played the first mission, and I love it already. I love it already. Classic Dynasty Warriors. Go run over here, shoot the bad guys that come in. Oh, it's so great. So fucking great. Don't worry, I'll stream some. It'll be fun. It'll be super fun. Rich will zone out, and he'll pay attention to chat, which you guys also love, and I'll have a great time. Great time. Let's see. Chat is saying rep gives you more difficult missions quicker.
Yeah, but you go broke in the meantime.
Balance, Rich. It's all about balance. I think you need a bearded guy.
Bearded guy?
Yeah.
Like how bearded?
What about him?
This guy?
I mean, first of all,
It's fine.
fairly badass. Look at him. Fairly badass. That's Kratos. Look at him. Now that I think about it a little bit.
Mick Kratos.
Mick Kratos. Boom. And your mech call sign is boy? Oh. Godslayer. Nice! Now you got it, Rich! Now you got to win and run. You're welcome. You're welcome, everyone. I know it's fun to use names from chat, but that was the correct call, and if you think about it, you'll all agree. I think you will. Call his mech boy, right? No, his call sign as the Godslayer was the correct call. Wait, can you name your mechs?
I don't know.
If you can,
I haven't tried.
If you can name your
Boy?
mechs, it needs to be boy. Absolutely.
One of the smaller ones that one of my crew was piloting.
Yeah. Boy. Boy, get over here. It's great.
Sorry, but I don't want to see Kratos ride his boy.
Touche.
That's just completely out of the question.
Touche. You're absolutely right. Pulling it back. Reel it in, everybody. Rich thought about it for 2 seconds. And that's his job. That's why he makes the big bucks. You think about it for 2 seconds. But you know what? I actually did play a little bit of adventure mode in Hyrule Warriors, and it's cute. It's like a little map of the original Legend of Zelda from the NES, and then every square is a little mini challenge. Like in this square, you need to defeat 300 enemies within 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you kind of reveal more of that original map. And yeah, it looks like that thing in Dynasty Warriors that I kind of fell in love with, which is, new items, new characters, new a fun, over the top, ridiculous story. And it's great. And it's great. I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. And we'll play it on stream, but that's all right.
Command interface initiated.
Look, Rule 34 God of War art is going to involve Kratos and the head.
That
Mimir and Kratos.
Mimir and everyone in the game. There's going to be some Mimir and Freya. There's going to be some Mimir and Thor's kids in some sort of awful 3-way. Or, 2.1 way. Oh, I thought that was a good one. No.
Sorry, I'm in looking at the game mode. Sorry.
That's all right.
I'm not trying to be an ass.
That was I thought, a pretty good punchline. We'll see how the chat reacts to that. But oh, okay. I see a couple people laughing. Thanks.
What was it?
The head and Thor's kids in some sort of bizarre 3-way, or really a 2.1 way. Oh, all right. No,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Destroyed.
That's all right. That's all right. Okay, so now you're going full tutorial again. You got just going through everything. Boo.
Yeah, just scratch. Just scratch. Fuck it.
I like it. No, and fucking now you have Kratos, so you're fine. You're fine. God, it says Godslayer. Boom. Boom. User notice. Jarek42 is new here. Say hello. Hi, Jarek42.
But she's been a loyal companion to Kamea since they were kids.
I'll do that.
Aside from you, there's no one I'd rather have by my side in the fight.
Pro tip, save the game often. Oh,
If you want to play like a bitch.
Rich, do you want to be the save scum?
No, I don't. I really don't.
No. I did that to get through XCOM 2, and even though I won, it didn't feel like I won. I did a fair amount of save scumming to finish the story of XCOM 2, And you know what? It wasn't worth it. It didn't feel like a win, you know.
Detected.
It didn't feel right.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Jump jets build a lot of heat, and that was more than your engine could handle. Head on into that water. We need to get you cooled off.
So, how much is a win worth, you guys? That's something for you to think about.
It's the difference between save scumming and setting reasonable checkpoints. Well, that's between missions, man.
Yeah, the game sets its own checkpoints.
Engaging physical attack.
No, saving your progress isn't save scumming, but I think the
I mean, oh, gotta finish.
the intent of that message was leaning towards save scumming. Like, oh, I'll save right now, and then I'm about to shoot on this guy. I'm going to save scum, or I'm going to save right now, and if my shot doesn't land, I'm just going to load my previous save and I'll try that shot again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's a single-player game. Play it however the fuck you want.
Sure.
But XCOM 2 in Iron Man mode, so satisfying. It feels right.
Yeah.
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 The consequences.
The,
The horrible, horrible consequences.
That's literally the whole point of a game, is to put a hurdle in front of you and to see if you can jump over it. That's the point of every game.
An impressive display, Raju. Of course,
Every
this
challenge,
X-Men
right?
warrior was a student of yours. I'd expect them to know their way around a cockpit.
And so what satisfaction can you get in beating it, in cheating it? In cheating the system. All right, let's see here. Cy Sperling says, Jack, you should track down the first edition adventure, Expedition to the Barrier Peaks. It is an adventure where the dungeon is a crashed spaceship full of homicidal robots and with laser guns. And it is notoriously difficult and great role-playing fodder.
Well, it's notoriously difficult. He's playing with a 7-year-old.
I'm playing with my children.
How
and-
old? Well, you don't have to say how old they
Well,
are.
7 and 10. I've said that. I've said that already. Yeah. So I've said that already. So yeah, I'm playing with children, and beyond that, it's all even my first time playing. So maybe once we are, accustomed to the regular rules. But speaking on that subject, one of the things that I do like about it is like at its heart, D&D is just kind of a rule set, right? And it's just a way to say, like, if something happens, here's how you set the difficulty, and here's how the player can roll a die to see if they overcome that difficulty thing, right?
Yeah.
So the same rule set, the exact same rule set, can be applied to lasers, and guns and anything. Like, your characters can have anything they want, and if your character has a blaster, you treat it like a bow and arrow, and it's the exact same thing. So you can have space adventures using the D&D handbook. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? You can mix and match. That's why I liked when my kids were like building their Lego guys, and like one of them just had a pistol. He's like, that guy has a gun. I was like, all right, that guy has a gun. Because why not? It doesn't matter. They don't give a shit about like being true to Tolkien mythology. They just want to have fun. So it was great.
It's one of them fantasy worlds with lost technology.
Ooh, see, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Maybe that could be a treasure that they find.
The lost technology is like normal modern day technology. He's got like a pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found this in the tomb of the ancient ones. I call it the Thunderbringer.
Modern civilization was destroyed when magic came back to life, Jack.
Rich, you're a dungeon master. Congratulations. You've done it.
Like, you fight through this dungeon, and the prize is you get a ancient car,
Ooh.
a Ferrari.
You get the thunderous, beastless carriage,
Right.
Ferrari. Yes. it's fun. It's fun. It's all fun. An Evil Dead RPG would be epic, but see, like that's the thing. Write it using these rules. Write an Evil Dead RPG.
Congratulations, Rich. You just invented Shadowrun. I didn't know that about Shadowrun, but I got news for you. Shadowrun invented Thundar the Barbarian, apparently, by that logic.
Oh, what's Thundar the Barbarian?
Old 80s cartoon.
Yeah.
Same kind, basic premise.
Is like civilization
crumbled and everyone was like barbarian times. But there'd be like ruined skyscrapers in the background.
Boom. There you go. There you go. How do you power the Fa'ari? What battery, what fuel? Well, obviously there'd be a little in it left to make it a little, out
There's
of the
There's only
dungeon.
so much thunder water remaining.
Yes. It's in an old garage, so there's some thunder water there. Yeah, I like it.
It's got limited use, yes.
And you find the thunder beastless carriage, the thunder carriage, and then the other part of your mission is to find the cube of lightning. Because without the cube of lightning, you cannot start the thunder beast up.
Do we have a long talk about our feelings on our way to pick up the cube of lightning?
I think that needs to happen. Yeah, bonding, building relationship. And that's the thing that Rich that people will remember. They'll remember it. And then as far as coming up with combat scenarios, I'll just copy and paste some, and it'll be fine. That we'll get that out of the way though. Don't worry. To the good stuff.
Oh, it's funny because it's true.
It is. It's true.
Begin mission. Did you freeze?
You have to press the begin mission. Oh, I might have crashed.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I might have crashed. Oh, yep. It crashed, Rich. I'm sorry.
For fuck's sake.
I'm very sorry.
Can I get out of it to uncrash it?
Oh my god. That's the question.
BattleTech is not working for me today.
Yeah, apparently not.
It's just not.
Apparently not. It doesn't want you. It doesn't want you to accomplish your mission here. All right, let's see here. We have True Blue Review who says, Hey guys, that's an S, with Rich playing BattleTech and Jack talking D&D.
Poorly.
You're still playing it. You're still playing BattleTech, and I'm talking D&D. Has there ever been a game that was too complex for you to want to get into? Part of me doesn't want to feel stupid for not getting it, but part of me also just wants to have fun.
It's personal taste.
There it is.
I can't think of one that's been too complicated for me. Off the top of my head. What do you got?
Oh no, this is unrelated.
Oh, unrelated. I thought there's like a copy of something here that you were about to show the class.
Right? That would have been cool.
Your timing with getting up. I was like, what? What's he doing?
Oh, he's got to be doing something important. No, completely unrelated.
Not off the top of my head, but I mean, if you just want games that are lighter, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. All right, skip the intro.
There we go. Great. My phone was running out of batteries, and that's how we're reading the tips currently.
Oh, okay.
And I knew in here somewhere we had a very long iPhone cable. And so I just needed to find it. So games that were too difficult to get into. The There are games that I've heard people like when people talk about Dota or Dota 2, right?
Yeah.
They say like I didn't really understand Dota.
Isn't that where you just click on things?
That's where you just click on things, right? But they say like I didn't get the game until I played it for 800 hours. Then I finally understood Dota 2, and it's just like to me, yeah, that's way too much. There's way too many little things. The BattleTech does seem intimidating. It does have a lot of little things, but I feel like once you play it a little bit, you'll get it.
It's not that bad.
Um,
I'm just doing terribly tonight. Really, I only did bad once, and then we've just had trouble getting another game even really going.
Yeah, now you that wasn't your fault. We're gonna say that wasn't your fault, but I will say that the
Is the save file corrupted?
This seems. Oh yeah, no, it's
That's
working.
still moving.
It's working. I will say the learning curve to actually start playing my first game of D&D was a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
I feel like if someone wants to get into it, maybe a little quicker, maybe a little smoother, you have to find a group. You have to find someone who already knows how to play it, and they can kind of walk you through a simple game.
Yeah. Well, how did it get started in the first place if that's the case?
Gary Gygax traveled around the country like Johnny fucking Appleseed. He was Gary Demon Seed, and he just started playing with people.
I do think that's a good question, though. How did D&D catch on?
I think people like us
Yeah.
get bored and get obsessive. And Gary Gygax and who was the other guy? Do we remember his name? Gary Gygax is just such an interesting name. I don't remember the other guy's name. He was Gary Demonseed. Anyway, they wrote the manual, and then nerds found this manual and obsessively memorized the rules, and then they taught their friends. And D&D has never been huge. It's never broken. It's mainstream enough where people know it, but I don't know if that many people play it. Dave Arneson, thank you. Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson. But the other thing to think about with D&D is if you have a group of friends and you want to play D&D, you just got to buy one book.
Yeah.
For the entire group of friends. And so if there's 5 kids, pooling your money together for one book, that's a pretty decent investment.
Yeah.
So I do think there's a nice built-in. Oh, good, it worked this time.
No, this is the first tutorial.
Did you save after it?
I crashed. I didn't have an opportunity to do anything.
Oh shit.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, just power. Is there a way to skip the tutorial? I can't imagine that you have to do this tutorial every time.
I think I do.
Oh man. Well. The loading must be console. Ugh, right, Orange Chrome? Obviously, we are playing this on a PC.
Yeah.
But... And it's not just this computer because we're streaming at home, my nice gaming PC. Loading takes a while. It's honestly a little nuts.
I can't prove anything, but my gut tells me something.
I photocopied my friend's manual of Darklands for copy protection, 300 plus pages. Yeah. I think it's very true. It's they say that's one of the main reasons why soccer is the most popular sport in the world, is because for 20 guys you just need one soccer ball.
Yeah.
And so it's just an easy. The barrier to entry is very low, and I think it's similar for D&D with nerds, where
consoles don't crash. Well, the game crashed, not the PC.
Aside from you, there's no.
You saying console games never crash?
Never, Rich. We've never had that happen. Get out of here. Do you both play from an SSD? I play from an SSD at home. This is an SSD, I assume.
I don't think this is running from an SSD for just space reasons.
Oh, okay. At home, I'm running off of a solid state, yeah. And the loading times are noticeable. Noticeable.
And you're playing on an SSD?
Yeah, and I'm playing from a solid state. Is what I will say.
Jump jets build a lot of heat, and that was more than your engine could handle. Head on into that water. We need to get you cooled off.
We need to get you cooled off. Yep. All right. Norm Cavalier says the blue. Oh no. Says the blue actions precision shot vigilance on the right side of the bar are enabled when your morale meter to the left of the mech warrior portrait is high enough.
Yeah.
Okay. To the left of the... I'll have to check that out when we get into actual combat again. I didn't even notice a morale meter.
That might not be in this first tutorial mission, Pat. Through fate and circumstance, we have not been able to get through.
We're going to do it, Rich. We're going to do it. I believe in us.
An impressive display, Sir Roger. Of course, this mech warrior was a student of yours. I'd expect them to know their way around a cockpit.
Right here.
What?
All right. I don't even have the option to save here.
Okay, yeah.
So
no, that's fine. We get through it. Just get through it. You can do it as soon as you get out of this one and you start escorting the princess. Then you'll probably be able to save. Mm-hmm. I recently bought a copy of Fallout 1 from GOG and played it through for old time's sake. There was something recently where it was either on Steam or on GOG. They were giving out like free copies of Fallout 1. It's like, download Fallout 1. Just play it. Why not?
Yeah.
And I played it for a little bit, and holy man, that's an old game.
Yeah.
Holy man.
Is the combat like RPG style or JRPG style? Take turns whacking at each other until you fall asleep?
There is a real time-y-ish element to it,
Yeah.
a lot like the newer ones. But yeah, it's not perfect. It's not like pause time while I go through the Excel spreadsheet JRPG.
Well, while you use the most efficient attack over and over again,
click,
80,000 times.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
Until you fall asleep.
A little bit like that.
And then you gotta grind.
Yeah.
Sorry, I hate JRPGs.
I didn't get very far to it just because I got lost like right away. So
It's not like that? Alright.
To see our great kingdom slowly
I've never played the early Fallouts. I haven't played much of the later ones, so...
you fucking heretics. Oh yeah, you might. I might have just upset a lot of people. There's some.
Neighbors plot against us. Well, I say it can go no further.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Lady Arana will not act. Someone must.
20 Fallout 1 came out 20 years ago. This is a long time.
Former comrades or even loved ones.
Yeah, we don't stop aging, Jack.
What?
That's not a thing that's gonna happen.
What, Rich?
Today we sacrifice so that tomorrow we can return our kingdom to its proper glory, to its proper strength. So should you fall,
Valiant Bloodshot says, "Hey guys, I thought Deadpool 2 was just okay. The best parts were everything but Deadpool himself." Nope. Or Deadpool himself. I demand a Colossus and Negasonic spin-off. Also, have you guys seen the trailers for the Happy Time Murders and the house that Jack built?
No.
I saw the trailer for the Happy Time Murders. Well, so like one, Deadpool 2. Listen, Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead only work because of Deadpool. They're the straight men to Deadpool being the idiot. If it was just Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead, it'd be kind of boring. You need them to play off of Deadpool. I saw the trailer for Happy Time Murders, and I'm honestly, I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's the new Megan McCarthy movie where it's Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but instead of cartoons, it's puppets.
Okay.
Puppets are real, and someone's going around murdering puppets. And Melissa McCarthy, sorry. The game crashed again. Oh, how embarrassing.
I want to get to the fun stuff, but I can't even get past the tutorial.
Oh no.
What do I...
Oh, how embarrassing. The real fight is getting the game to run. Okay, how about this, Rich?
Yeah.
Here's okay. Before we completely give up on BattleTech, we need to go in and tweak some of the settings. We'll just lower some of the settings, obviously, and then we'll give it one more time. And if we crash or lose our save again, fuck it, we'll find something else. That's how I want to roll with it. However you want to roll with it, you tell me. You tell me. Here, let's take a moment. So it's Melissa McCarthy.
For what now? The puppet thing?
The Happy Time Murders.
Okay.
Melissa McCarthy is a cop whose partner is a puppet. And puppets are real life people, not a hand, right?
Okay.
And someone's going around murdering puppets. And so basically it's crass puppets. The puppets have sex. There's an elongated puppet ejaculation bit in the trailer. And yes, it's to me it sounds like a funny premise for like an internet video where it's like, oh yeah, this could be a really funny 5-minute sketch, but also the whole it's like puppets but they're doing cocaine thing seems like very early 2000s. Like we're over that joke already, I feel.
Yeah.
But like, I could see this being a funny internet video that everyone got a kick out of. Like, oh yeah, that's cute. You know,
a Netflix exclusive.
Maybe 20 minutes, right? Like just something silly, something small. But because it's a full movie, I just think the joke is old before they wrote the movie. It's like puppets, but they're doing adult things. Right, Greg the Bunny, Team America World Police, Crank Yankers, Meet the Feebles, Avenue Q. These are all great examples of this joke already being done and over with. But it could be funny. I don't know. Yes, Beefcake. Something that would go up on Funny or Die. Maybe you'd get a couple funny GIFs out of it, and then just be done with it. But we'll see.
So is it known puppets then that are in this, or just made up?
Just made up. Like they're okay. Puppets. The question is, what are you guys betting that it's going to have the exact same opening as Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Where it starts with a kids show where puppets are there, then the camera, and then after the kids show is over, the camera pulls back and the puppets start acting like real people. Beat for beat, the exact same opening as Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
I'd say there's a 90% chance.
No, it's not as obvious as the cartoon. It's not as obvious. Is Melissa McCarthy gonna fuck a puppet? Melissa McCarthy will have some sort of sexual encounter with a puppet. Whether a puppet goes down on her or whether she has sex with a puppet. Yeah, something's gonna happen. Of course, that's a joke. That's a funny joke.
Command interface initiated.
Oh. God, it's not even letting me get to the options menu because I gotta show it. I know how to rotate a camera.
Okay, now you can get. Oh, yep. Settings. Let's just lower those.
You think so?
What if, right? 'Cause see, your quality's on high. Maybe just bump that down to medium. Just see if that helps. And you know what? If it crashes again, then we're done.
Then we're done.
Yeah.
Then
absolutely.
we're done.
Crash me once, shame on you. Crash me 3 times, shame on me.
To be fair, at home,
Yeah.
this game has not crashed.
It hasn't crashed for me. And every once in a while we do, we get stuff like this that happens because we are also streaming and running that program.
That's possible.
So, which is why we are, saving up funds for a dedicated streaming PC.
Chad, I tried saving my game. Look, there's the save game option.
You can't, unable to save.
I'd say it's grayed out, but it's redded out.
It literally says cannot save during the tutorial mission. That's what it says. Yeah. Do graphics make any difference in stability? I don't know. I would assume it would be less intensive on something. I don't know. How about that? I supposes. But then again, Moses supposes his toes is his roses, but Moses supposes erroneously. So we just don't know. That's the thing. We just don't know.
Pulls no punches, but she's been a loyal companion to Kamea since they were kids. Aside from you, there's no one I'd rather have by my side in a fight.
All right, what do we got here? We got a future Prez JRB says, "Hey, Rich and Jack. With this being the 20-year anniversary of Harry Potter #1, what are your thoughts on the series as a whole? Also, what houses do you think you would have been sorted into? Thanks for the stream, and good luck, Rich."
I watched the first movie, and when he won the day because his parents loved him, I threw up and didn't watch another one.
I think that's a fair assessment. That was a little weird. It's a little weak. A little weak. What did Harry Potter do? Well, his parents sure liked him. Yeah, but what did Harry Potter do? He was there. The smart girl knew all the things. The kid played a great game of chess. What did Harry Potter do? He got hugged by his parents once.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck Harry Potter.
By the way, I kind of agree with you. By the way, I'm about to give a big spoiler alert to Harry Potter. Because Rich doesn't care.
No, I don't give a shit at all.
So, by the way, I'm about to spoil the ending of Harry Potter if you guys care at all about that. Right about now. At the end of the... I've only seen the movies, by the way. I haven't read any of the books. But at the last movie...
Yeah.
There's a whole prophecy about the one who will defeat Lord Voldemort.
Yeah.
And as it turns out, by the way, the one who defeats Lord Voldemort is not Harry Potter.
Okay.
There was another student at Hogwarts whose parents were also killed by Voldemort. But he was kind of a minor character this whole time. Like, no one really cared about him, just kind of a nerd. Neville Longbottom is his name. He was the chosen one who ended up killing Lord Voldemort.
Okay.
And I did like that twist. I thought that was fun.
That sounds like an anticlimax.
You kind of. I think in the books he's built up a little bit more, but yeah, in the movies all of a sudden it's just like, oh, Neville's here. He killed him. Everything's fine. I'm like, what? Who?
Somebody in the chat said, "Rich, they're meant for kids." Why the fuck are you asking me what I think about them?
Student of yours. I'd expect them to know their way around a cockpit.
Full throttle.
It wasn't. I thought Neville. God damn it! Apparently I got it wrong. What do you mean? Neville Longbottom didn't kill? Jack, that's not right. That's not how it happened. Oh, fuck. Well, then there you go. That, by the way, that's how invested I am in Harry Potter. I've seen the movies once, and I really thought that Neville... His parents weren't dead? What? I see that the chat is informing me that I'm incorrect. I don't... I don't care. That was a fan theory. He killed the What are you talking about? Okay, so Rich,
Yeah.
we've answered the chat's question. We don't give a fuck about Harry Potter. Apparently, I don't even know about Harry Potter. I saw the movies once, and that's about it.
Like all the movies? Did you like?
I've seen every movie. Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen every movie. My wife really liked the books, and so we watched all the movies. The kids have seen all the movies. My older one has actually read all the books by now, and yeah, it's, it's fine. I specifically very much remember. I think it was the end of the third Harry Potter movie, which was when the series started to get a little dark. Is when people.
We're not crashing, and that's a good sign.
The third Harry Potter movie was when people started dying, stuff started to get a little more mature, right? And at the end of that movie, the movie ended with a still frame of Harry Potter riding on his broom and doing a fist pump to the air to a freeze frame, go to credits. That's how the movie ended because he got a broom that he really liked because he's a wizard. So he's like, yeah.
I tuned out for a second. You're still talking about Harry Potter? What broom? What? My brain has moved on. My brain is worrying about my taxes next year, doing laundry, important adult things.
Bop, bop, bop.
All right, so which one ended with him hoisting a broom over his head?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We've been trying. I'm going to stay on Harry Potter a little bit, but I'm going to shift away from the books and movies. How about that?
That's fine.
Great. We've been playing the Harry Potter deck building game.
Okay.
There's a Harry Potter deck building game. And the game goes through the years at Hogwarts, getting more and more difficult as you go through the books.
Everybody wins because their parents love them, even though they're completely incompetent at the game.
It's a whole side mission. It's a whole. There's hidden cards. There's hidden hug. You know what? It actually has a hug your kid card. It's really. All right. And save immediately.
I don't like it. Kid, keep your head on a swivel and be ready.
Save immediately. What are you doing? There you go. Game saved.
There you go.
There we go. Thank you.
I've got your back.
Is this a 5-minute loading screen? Yes. It takes a long time to load.
Yeah.
So we've been playing through the Harry Potter.
It's not the most optimized game in the world.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly.
Right, so Harry Potter card game.
The point is, we've made it all the way to year 4, and the game has become unbearably difficult to the point where we've attempted 5 times and lost 5 times for a card game based on Harry Potter. The difficulty curve spiked at year 4.
Jack, at this point, the average Harry Potter fan is 30. That movie came out how many years ago?
Oh, they're saying the book, it's the 20-year anniversary of the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
The average Harry Potter fan is 30.
And I'm saying it's too hard for that. I think the game's not balanced properly. Is Joe Flacco Elite just started a crash timer, by the way. Just that you've gotten this far, they want to see how long it takes.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, that was it. That's all the Harry Potter I got. I remember the phenomenon. No. I remember the phenomenon.
Roger.
Oh no. Dave, I got to remember how to pronounce his name. Dave in O People. Dave Id No People. Says, "Hey guys, I started playing Mass Effect after Rich's praise over the first 2 games. During the Andromeda debacle. During the Andromeda debacle.
Okay.
I'm really.
I also advise nobody to play them because it's all undone by the third game, and you regret ever having touched the series.
There was that whole part of the thing.
It was a very important chunk
Yeah.
of my critique of
Right.
the Mass Effects.
I'm really enjoying it so far, and wondering if you guys would do a sit-down review
No.
over the original trilogy.
No. It sucks in hindsight because the third game is just that bad.
There you go. And I just don't care much for BioWare games in general.
The
so.
third game is so bad, it ruins your ability to enjoy the previous two installments. Next.
There you go. I'm not using the laptop for tips because I left it at home. Because I was fixing it to make it run faster and then forgot to bring it. So I'm looking up tips on my mobile phone. Next. True Blue Review says, have you guys thought of streaming Frostpunk? From the same people who made This War of Mine. It's a post-snow apocalyptic city builder that has a focus on maintaining heat and the morale choices and policy you have to make when building your singular city. It didn't look like my thing. I'm not a big fan of stagnant resource management games like that.
For which?
Frostpunk.
Oh.
Have you heard of this?
No.
It's a post-apocalyptic game, neat art style looking thing, but it's basically a city manager.
Okay.
Some aspects look neat, but I usually end up tuning out to games like that. So probably not going to happen. Boop. Nice, nice, nice.
If you had any sense, you'd retreat.
That's right. He's unsteady, Rich. He's unsteady.
He's dead.